British inventions are released abroad because the new Brexit security certificate rules means that they cannot be sold in the UK. Trade bodies and entrepreneurs blamed the government's decision to stop accepting the European Union CE sign, and instead created a new UK conformity that shows that a product was safe. When the new system is available, it means that a manufacturer must pass a series of test sets for the EU and the UK and form extra bureaucracy layers. However, some things cannot be tested yet because England has no facilities to test building products such as adhesive, sealing agents and glass or some medical materials. An entrepreneur in the UK said that he could not get a certified medical device in the UK or the EU to Observer, and that the product has established a company in the US where the product will be produced and sold. The change from CE to UKCA would take place last year, but it was delayed, and now on December 31, 2022, it will come into force at midnight at European time. However, ministers have delayed mandatory UKCA signs for electrical products such as iPhones, so CE signs can still be used up to 2025. Later, last week, the Drugs and Health Products Editing Agency announced that it proposed a delay until July 2024 for medical products. Nevertheless, some sectors will still encounter a gap on the New Year Day, and the Construction Leadership Council, which represents the construction industry, wrote the new Business Secretary GIBE SHAPPS and the new Housing Secretary Michael Gove by warning that she made plans for new houses and schools last week. And hospitals were affected. Approximately 28% of the products are imported and half of the EU of them, and therefore these products are also affected, he says. As a result, many global manufacturers now see England as very difficult to do business, which resulted in the withdrawal of the products. The UK influences the ability to present completed projects. The new UKCA sign will come into force on December 31, 2022. Peter Caplehorn, General Manager of the Construction Products Association, one of the writers of the letter, said, "This affects the inward investment and innovation. If the products are under constant development and any product is changed or raised to a large extent, re-certification will be needed from the beginning of the year. We have a test facility for radiators in the UK. And they made an analysis of the amount of radiators they put from their systems. If they had to test all of them again, it would take 75 years. The British Health Industries Association Diagnostics Editing Director Steve Lee, MHRA's delay will help, but the uncertainty already causes serious problems, he said. People do not see England or the EU as a place to innovate and bring new products to the market, he said. People look at other judicial zones because the regulatory landscape is very uncertain. A major change in the EU legislation means that manufacturers face a similar problem in Europe. The changes introduced after scandals related to Rupture breast implants and metal hip implants on metal hip were also accumulated in the EU medical device test. According to the ABHI survey of its members, one of the UK's medical device manufacturers stopped trying to innovate. Approximately 600,000 medical products are used in the UK, from syringes and surgical instruments to HIV tests and prosthesis hips, but ABHI members reported that this month will be removed from the market in the next 5 years. 2/3 are waiting for the delay of new devices to come to England. There will be products that cannot be used temporarily or permanently for use in the UK, Lee said. The British Chambers of Commerce said the government is more uncertainty caused by the government's decision to allow CE-marked products in Northern Ireland without trade barriers. At the end of 2025, CE-marked products in Northern Ireland can travel in the UK, but there will be no those from the EU, Switzerland or Turkey. Nasıl. How will they distinguish between products built in Northern Ireland and imported to Northern Ireland and then sent to Great Britain? All of these need to be solved, and this causes great uncertainty. The manufacturers represented by Make UK want ministers to stage in the regulations and want the 3/4 CE sign to continue to be recognised. If the UK regulations are separated significantly, 2 identical cars for the UK and the EU may need to be made with hundreds of different components.